Hey everyone! Ever had that moment when someone you trust, someone really close, tells you something that sounds super sweet, but your gut is screaming, that's a lie? You know that feeling? When you are certain you're being played, but you have zero proof to back it up? Whether it's at work, in a family relationship, or even from your closest friend, living under that cloud of suspicion is tough. We all want to live authentically, on the basis of truth, but lies seem to be building nets all around us. What if you had the power to instantly know who's telling the truth and who's putting on an act? Today's deep dive is going to give you exactly that superpower. Part 1. The boss's eye and the pressure of lies. First off, why do people lie? Honestly, lies are born the moment someone loses the courage to face the truth. Only the person who knows the real story can create a lie to hide it. To find that hidden truth, all you need is a sharp eye and the ability to read the pressure happening inside them. Let's start with a modern-day story. Meet Aaron, a successful manager at a major corporation. He wasn't just a boss. His team looked up to him. His assistant was Mark, smart and talented, a real go-getter. One morning, Mark walked into Aaron's office. Aaron immediately noticed a weird anxiousness about him. Mark was smiling, but it felt forced, totally fake. It was like he was trying to hide some big event from the night before. Aaron asked calmly, "Mark, what's up? You look a little distracted today." Mark quickly laughed it off. "Sir, nothing at all. Just catching up on last night's project reports. Everything's fine." On the surface, it's a simple answer, but Aaron saw through it. Mark's smile was completely hollow. There was a subtle tremor in his voice that definitely wasn't there during a normal chat. Aaron leaned forward with a slight smile. "Mark, you're my right hand. You don't need to hide things from me. I know you broke the confidentiality agreement last night and met with another company. You just weren't planning on telling us. Am I wrong?" Mark froze. His eyes went wide. He never thought he'd be caught so easily. This brings us to our first lesson. Your body is more honest than your brain. Your mouth might lie, but your eyes, your hands, your voice, they give away the real story. When the brain manufactures a lie, the resulting stress leaks out through different parts of the body. This whole skill is about tuning in to that internal silent conversation. Part 2. Mr. F's Restaurant and the Lesson of Integrity. To really grasp the importance of this lie detection game, let's hear one more real-life story, a crucial one about integrity versus greed in today's society. Mr. F owned a famous restaurant in a busy part of the city. His place was famous for its quality. Everyone knew his food meant purity and the best taste. Business was booming. But the human mind is restless. With money comes more greed. Mr. F thought, what if I cut corners and mixed in some cheaper, watered-down spices or oil? My profit would skyrocket. Nobody will ever catch on. The first time he did it nervously, but surprisingly, all the food sold out. This boosted his confidence and his greed. Soon, he was adding some kind of cheap filler every day. He opened new branches, even donated to charity. Everyone saw him as successful and pious. But he forgot one thing. No matter how well you hide the truth, it will eventually come out. Slowly, some of the loyal, regular customers started noticing a change in the taste and smell. Worse, some kids started getting sick after eating the food. People started whispering, "It's not the same quality anymore." But no one dared to speak up, because Mr. F was now an influential businessman in the city. Right then, an elderly man named Mr. Hassan started visiting the restaurant regularly. He was sharp and a great observer. On his very first day, he noticed the change in the food's quality and taste. He quietly called over the restaurant's older employees and asked, "Don't you guys notice something is off with this food?" The next day, while the city's dignitaries were attending an event at the restaurant, Mr. Hassan called Mr. F out in front of everyone. He asked for a small plate of food and began discussing the spice's quality. He clearly pointed out the unusual smell, color, and taste. Everyone was stunned. Mr. F's face went white. Finally, he had to admit, yes, I've been mixing in cheaper substitutes. This story gives us three huge life lessons. 1. You can't hide a lie or dishonesty forever. 2. Integrity is the greatest asset in business and in life. And 3. Even one observant, conscious person in a community can open everyone else's eyes. When people like you are paying attention, dishonesty can't thrive.
Part 3. 7 Psychological Tricks to Spot a Lie. Now let's get straight into the 7 practical rules and techniques that will help you easily catch the lies coming from anyone. Master these and you'll protect yourself from being fooled again. 1. Pay attention to body language. The body speaks. When people lie, their body language is the first thing that changes. No matter what their mouth says, their non-verbal cues spill the beans. Avoiding eye contact. Truthful people look you dead in the eye without fear. Liars often avoid direct eye contact. They look down or their eyes will dart around. Touching face or nose. When the brain is under stress of creating a lie, the hands unconsciously touch the mouth, nose or throat. It's an automatic response to tension. Restlessness and fidgeting. Liars often shift their feet, sit awkwardly in a chair, or constantly adjust their position. This is the physical manifestation of their internal anxiety. If you're questioning someone about an accusation, watch how much they move. 2. Listen for voice fluctuations, the sound of stress. A person's voice subtly changes when they lie, often without them even realizing it. Pitch changes. If someone usually speaks in a low, even tone, but their voice suddenly gets higher or harsher when answering a specific question, they are uncomfortable. Hesitation and repetition. Liars often pause mid-sentence because they are mentally constructing the story. Also, they tend to repeat their statements, like, "No, I wasn't there, I really wasn't." That repetition is them trying to convince themselves and you. Tremors or wetness. An extremely anxious liar might have a shaky voice or speak much faster than normal. 3. Look for inconsistencies in the story that changes. A liar's narrative often contains contradictions or they'll forget details. The truth never changes, but a lie constantly shifts shape. Contradictory information. If they first say, "I was home all day yesterday," but then later casually mention, "I met my friend at the market around noon," that's a clear inconsistency. Ask the same question different ways. If you ask the same question repeatedly but rephrase it each time, a liar will get confused and change their answer. The truth is only one thing, so the honest person's story will always be consistent. 4. Look for inconsistencies in the story, the acting. A liar's emotions are often fake or over the top. Fake crying or laughter. If someone expresses intense sadness or joy, but there are no real tears or their facial expression lacks genuine feeling, that's a red flag. Timing is off. Genuine emotion happens simultaneously with the event. If someone describes a sad event, but their sad face only appears after they finish talking, it might be an act. Overly dramatic. Since a liar has to perform the emotion, the performance usually ends up being too dramatic or too much. 5. Create time pressure. The clock is ticking. Lying requires time to plan and execute. The liar needs a moment to put his story together. Rapid-fire questions. If you hit them with a quick sequence of questions or demand an immediate answer, they'll fumble, pause, or answer in short, choppy sentences. A truthful person answers clearly and without hesitation. Long reaction time. If they take an unusually long time to respond after you ask a question, they are building the story in their head. Dodging the question. They might repeat your question exactly or counter you with a question of their own. These are tactics to buy themselves a few extra seconds. 6. Watch out for necessary details, the distraction. Liars often add non-essential or irrelevant small details to make their story sound more believable. The extra spice. You ask, "Where were you yesterday?" They reply, "I went to the market, I saw this red car there and a cute dog was standing next to it." An honest person simply says, "I was at the market." Shifting the focus. The liar adds so much irrelevant information that the listener forgets the original question. It's a clever tactic to confuse you and steer you away from the truth. Adding and subtracting info. A liar will often keep adding new extra details to their story that they never mentioned the first time. 7. Trust your gut feeling, the final call. Every single one of us has an innate sensitivity or intuition, a gut feeling. When someone lies, a quiet voice in your mind whispers, "Something about this isn't sitting right." Internal signal. If someone looks you in the eye and insists, "I am telling the truth," but your instinct is hesitant, pay attention to that feeling. Subconscious analysis. Your subconscious mind gathers all the subtle cues, body language, word choice, situational context, and signals you. The final decision? Use all the rules together. It's not fair to call someone a liar based on just one signal. But when you see the body language, the voice, and the story inconsistency all pointing in the same direction, that's when you can be sure. Friends, if this discussion helped you even one bit, if these tricks can help you even a little, then I have one small request. Hit that like button for your favorite channel. Share this video with your friends and family who get fooled or betrayed too often in life. And most importantly, to keep getting these life-changing strategies and motivational videos, subscribe to our channel Salam Inspiring and hit that notification bell right now. Your support is our motivation to keep going. Stay well, stay alert, and always follow the path of truth. See you in the next video.